everybody. Welcome to the 43rd episode of the Hot Takes podcast. I am Frank McKnight, your host, and I'm joined by my co-host, Luke Ganz. Thank you for being here.
Of course.
And I'm also joined by my cameraman, Tommy McKnight, my younger brother. Joe was not able to make it tonight. He will be back another time. We're going to do a normal Hot Takes podcast episode tonight about movies, well, more specifically TV shows. We're going to do our top 5 favorite original Netflix TV shows. Streaming shows. I wouldn't necessarily call it TV. I would call it streaming shows.
Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
that's
right.
That's why I was confused when you first told me. You're like, oh, Netflix shows. And in my head, I'm like making a list. And then I go back and I'm like, nope, it's got to be originals. And I was like, makes it a little bit, it doesn't make it harder, but like there's not as much
just makes it more specific.
Yeah,
exactly. 100%.
Well, I mean, dude, think about it. Like, I mean, you can eliminate Office and Breaking Bad immediately.
Yeah.
And I was like, in my head, I was like, Breaking Bad. I was like, is that Netflix? I was like, it's on Netflix, but I was like, I don't think it's Netflix. And then I was like, nope, it's AMC because I remembered Walking Dead, and I was like, nope. Right.
And you know what? Breaking Bad has aired so long ago. I feel like people nowadays that are first seeing the show for the first time think it is like a Netflix show. You know what I mean?
If I was Netflix, I'd be like, yup, that's us.
Especially since the El Camino movie is a Netflix original movie. So
which
like,
is crazy
I could, definitely.
Oh, I'm hyped, dude.
Hell yeah. Before we get into that, we got a little bit of news roundup. First thing was something was announced today. The Mandalorian is premiering October 30th. Which we were all excited about. Have you watched it, Tommy, or no?
No, I'm like halfway through Star Wars Episode 5. So.
Okay, he's catching up all through Star Wars lore right now.
I'm not crying. I'm just there's something in my eye right now. No, so on Mandalorian, super excited. But I read articles and news points that we were supposed to get a trailer in the end of August.
Yeah, during the NBA, right? The playoffs.
And I had seen that, and I had gotten that basically confirmed. And I was like, sick, great. Like, that's exactly what I want. And it didn't happen. And I was like, okay, that's whatever. And then today was great. Like, the news, I woke up, I'm like, that's awesome. That's amazing. But apparently in the Star Wars world, because I follow so many different people on YouTube that give, like, Star Wars news and stuff.
Yeah.
Apparently there is an issue with somebody. So this woman, I don't remember her name, was reporting that there's an issue on Star Wars on the set, and it was really bare bones, but basically it was describing that during the season, middle of the season, there's going to be a big shift. And what they're interpreting that as is that there's going to be a shift with a character. So I think there's a couple characters in the show that are dealing with some like legal issues and some things.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The woman that plays or who's gonna play Ahsoka.
Okay,
She's a famous
She's
actress.
from the Marvel shows.
Yeah.
The Netflix Marvel shows. Yeah, she plays Night Nurse. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Rosario Dawson.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's it. Regardless, I think she was dealing with a legal battle or something.
Oh, really?
And then Gina Carano was dealing with something. I think she tweeted something.
Yes, I remember seeing something like that.
So basically is what she said is she advertised that out, right? Now Star Wars, the community freaked out because they're like, oh my God, we're like a couple days away from there being a trailer, there being news. So they were nervous, but then she like not redacted it, but she came back now and said, oh, well, this was months ago when they were recording that this was all figured out. So there's still not exact info. It worries me because it's like...
So what do you mean by we're going to see a shift in the character? So a shift
meaning they're going to cancel a character.
So they're just either going to be disappearing from the show or they're replacing the actress.
If I had to take a guess,
to
take a guess with like the Gina Carano thing, they might be now fixing it so that she's up until the mid-season and then she goes on a side mission.
Okay.
And just disappears.
Gotcha.
You know? Or, I mean, like, from what I've read is that Ahsoka's not going to be very in it. Like I've heard
I wouldn't think she would
She's going to be in it a good amount because basically what they're saying is this could possibly overlap with Rebels.
Yeah.
With Star Wars Rebels. And you haven't watched Rebels.
I haven't watched that one.
You've watched Clone Wars though, right?
I've watched a little bit.
Little.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically like they're saying there's a possible overlap with Rebels that might interact. So it might be like they meet up and then there's a storyline from Rebels that's still existent that they might try to kind of branch into. But
okay.
I mean, we'll see. I'm not super concerned about it. I'm a little concerned because, like, she was advertising, like, reshoots and stuff, and I mean, like, you know, that word alone terrifies me because in Star Wars it's terrible.
In Star Wars, it could be terrible.
Look at today. Did you see with John Boyega?
Oh yeah, that he wasn't happy with how they treated the character Finn.
But look at what they did with him.
Well, look what they did with a lot of those characters in the new.
So what he said is look at what they did with. And, like, I'm not even going to say that they killed it with any of the characters. Like, I think they did okay with them. But, like, Rose was the one that everyone hated, the Asian American actress.
Yeah.
Her name is Kelly Marie Tran, I'm almost positive.
Okay, yeah, I'm not too sure.
Regardless, let's say it is. If not, I apologize. But they did a bad job with representing her, and they did a bad job with representing him. He had great potential in Episode 7.
Yeah.
Episode 8, he got put on a side mission with her for no reason. And again, it's not that they did a bad job. Yeah. That's not them. They didn't say, I think we should go on a side mission where we gamble through a casino and talk about animal advocacy. Again, look at me. I'm the number one animal advocate. I'm talking about pit bulls every other week. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. That's not it. I want that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't need to be shoved down my throat in a you know?
Yeah.
But they just did such a bad job representing him, and he's 100% right. He said, don't put an African-American as a lead role, represented and advertised. You marketed this guy as an African-American in the spotlight with it, and then in the last season, they're like, well, he might have force powers. What do you mean he might have force powers? You've been teasing that's been a thing, and now you're going to basically throw him to the side in the last, like...
They misused him, and I think he was robbed of his role potentially being much bigger than, you know, what it should have been.
Dude,
really.
They were all robbed. Now apparently Ray is what's her name is like blacklisted from Daisy Ridley.
Yeah, Daisy Ridley.
She's like blacklisted from like acting.
What?
Yeah, apparently, like, I think she also came out and said something, and now I think that the studio like went. So you know how the studios work? They're like a fraternity.
Yeah, right.
They're like, you know, like they're like, no, don't cast her in anything. She won't do a good job. So I think they like spread news about her or whatever.
Wow.
And now I think she's like, I can't find work.
Oh, I did read something but I didn't know that she said. Jesus, man.
I mean, like they all got screwed.
Yeah,
they all
right.
got screwed. You know, Oscar Isaac and frickin' Adam Driver are the only ones that are.
Yeah, right.
You know, Isaac's got what's it called coming out, Dune. Which
yes,
I'm hyped to see
the
a trailer.
photos for those came out. Yeah,
but yeah, man,
pretty good cast.
It's all kinds of shot. So we'll see. I'm excited for it. I think Mandalorian was great.
The first season was great. I think with this release date being announced today, I think we are going to see a trailer soon. I mean, maybe in like the next week or so. I want to say.
A part of me thinks they do it next Thursday because it's the first NFL game of the season.
Oh, that could be. So, that could be it. Yeah.
It's like, why not? Right?
Hell yeah.
It makes sense if you're advertising. If you tease it, you're gonna get like I remember I watched literally. I'm a Giants fan, and I watched a Giants Dolphins game, and I forgot if it was episode 7 or episode 8, but they premiered like a teaser trailer for the new movie. I think it was 8. During the game, and that was the only reason I watched the game.
Yeah.
And I'm a Giants fan. I was like, yeah, all right, like they're gonna be shit. They're always bad.
Right.
I was like, I'll watch this to watch that, and then I was like, so you're gonna get such a bigger demographic if you get people to do, you know, to do that.
100%. And I love it's the same looking logo, but it's like more of like a bluish tone to it, and you have the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda now in the thing.
Baby Yoda
it's a sick looking logo. I really like that.
Dude. I'm gonna make t-shirts of it.
Oh, definitely
100%.
should.
I'm gonna make it as like a little box logo, like you know how Supreme does the box logos.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna crop it, put it right on a shirt like that.
Maybe
it'll be your next episode.
Hell yeah. Last thing we got for news roundup. Really not. It's not great news at all. With Chadwick Boseman passing away. Just knew we had to bring it up, being a movie podcast and everything like that. All I gotta say with that is that it's very unfortunate. It's very shocking. Luke texted me the second he heard the news, and when I saw it, I was just like,
"You called me."
I was like, "What?" Yeah, I had to call him. I was like, "Holy shit!" I give praise for the man for not telling anybody and wanted people to get like not a different opinion of him, but I feel like he wasn't someone that wanted that sympathy or empathy, you know what I mean? And he just wanted to inspire people and make people happy.
Yeah.
He was making all these films throughout his 4-year process.
Did you hear about what he did with the cancer patients?
Oh yeah, he was visiting the cancer patients while battling his own stuff. So
like, dude,
I think he's a real life hero. You know,
my God,
he inspired so many people with Black Panther.
Look at what he did with Black Panther, and I'm not gonna just directly put it on him. There was a lot of people involved. Again.
Oh yeah, of course.
He killed that performance.
Yeah,
murdered it.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, dude, I literally can't even put into words what he did. Like, I mean, it's
42. You know,
dude, you know what's crazy is exactly when he passed. He passed on Jackie Robinson Day in the MLB, which he played, and that would probably be his first like major role. I would guess.
Yeah, I would think so.
He's probably been in other stuff prior.
Yeah,
but and then Jackie Robinson's 42.
Right.
See, like talk about like a surreal, otherworldly, spiritual kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? And like again, you can believe in whatever the hell you want. I don't care. But like,
you look at that, and
you look at that shit, and you're like, okay, well, it's not just one thing. It's like bing, 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 bing. You're like,
right.
But again, no, I 100% agree. I was at a loss for words just because I thought he absolutely killed the role. I loved him in 42, Jackie Robinson. I mean, dude, he just was, again, I didn't even give a shit about his acting after I heard about what he was doing on the side.
Yeah.
What he was doing with these kids, what he was doing fighting this and not making it a public spectacle of everyone needing to know, look at what I'm doing. And that to me is so much more commendable. And it's sad to think now that like he's kind of one of those guys that we had. There were people that were making fun of him on the internet because they saw how skinny he was.
I saw that.
I didn't see it when it happened, so like I'm happier that I didn't.
Yeah.
Because like that would have broken my heart, and it breaks my heart to even know that people were like, "Oh, look how skinny! What an idiot!" Like,
yeah, like I think one of the comments was like, "Look, Black Panther now turned into like a crackhead or something like that." Like seeing comments like that. And, a great caption from that picture is like, you don't know what people are going through. Like, you know what I mean? You don't know what people are going through on the sidelines.
And it goes exactly to say with Robin Williams. I mean, Robin Williams is the perfect example, too, with it. Like, I mean, this man literally, and again, it's not apples and oranges, it's different. But, I mean, look at, everyone thought he was just like, oh, he's so funny, he's so happy. And he ends up taking his own life because of how he feels inside. So you never really truly know the other person's battles, and what they're going through. So, reach out, love the people that you love during these times because, I mean, look at what 2020's done to us. It's been a
crazy
shit year, man. So
crazy.
Hug your significant others, hug your family, appreciate those little things. Like, shit might suck, but you really got to take that step back and like take that breath and go and say like, okay, like, there's a lot of things in place for you to be in a good spot. Yeah. And take all that and use that energy, cultivate that energy, and use it to your own advantage to do good and do better and do whatever you can. So, but
speaking of him getting skinny and whatnot, I did see the picture of him where he was skinny and people were writing those comments. He was actually a Instagram live video of him talking about Jackie Robinson Day. And, I saw that. I was like, wow, yeah, he does look pretty skinny there. Then I watched The Five Bloods on Netflix, which he was also in. Shortly he was in. But he also looks skinny. And that's where I was like, like, did he just do that for the role? Like, what's going on?
What was it?
Exactly. And obviously now it's all making sense. And it's terrible.
Terrible, yeah.
It's terrible. But, it's just crazy that he made all those movies.
Oh my God.
I watched an interview this morning. It was some British newscast, and one of the actors from The Five Bloods was on there, and he was talking about his on-set experiences with Chadwick and everything like that. And he said, his wife asked him, he was like, "How's Chadwick? I'm a big fan. Like, how is he in like real life and everything?" And he used the word that he's like precious. Like, I don't know if like the fame got to him or anything. Like people were like rubbing his feet on set and everything like that and taking care of him. And he's like, now I realize it's like it was just his loved ones like just taking care of him while he was going through everything.
Yeah.
And he broke down. He broke down in tears and everything like that.
Oh my God.
So it really is. Please, you don't know what people are going through, you know, behind stage and everything like that.
Dude,
you know, you really don't. You really don't.
Yeah, it's so... dude, I can't even... I'm like trying to... Again, I'm trying to like wrap my head around it. And like, again, did you see what Michael B. Jordan said?
No,
I didn't. He put up like... So he was the one person I was watching, because you saw so many people from the Marvel Cinematic Universe that were, you know, saying their appreciation. I even saw Star Wars put up a thing.
They did,
to appreciate it and stuff. And I was waiting, because obviously they had such a good relationship from the movie because of it. And I think it took him a couple days, and again, that's not a problem.
Well, he was good friends with Chadwick before
but that's
Black
the
Panther
thing.
2.
I was trying to figure out when he was gonna put something up, and as soon as he did, I mean, dude, he put up this heartfelt thing. And I'm not even the biggest Michael B. Jordan fan. I think he's I think he's a good actor.
Yeah.
I've never really been. Creed was great, but I've never really sat there and been like, wow. I thought he did amazing in Black Panther.
In Black Panther, yeah.
Again, you know how I felt about Black Panther. I have more of a respect for it now because of everything going on. But no, I mean, it was super sad when I saw it all. I was like, oh my God, man. I was like, I feel so fucking terrible that, you know, I mean, this happened. And to see him put up this deep, heartfelt post about just like how he couldn't even fathom it. And I mean, like, that dude, that's like a brother, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I'm out.
Yeah, for real. You know, I'm gonna bring it up, but it does feel weird to bring it up for sure. But it's really what they're gonna do now with the Black Panther franchise, and a lot of people are petitioning for
Shuri?
For either Shuri. Well, people don't want Chadwick to be replaced at all.
Yeah,
they don't want. They don't want, and I totally understand that. People are saying either Shuri becoming the Black Panther, which he actually does in the comics, so that would make sense, or bring Killmonger back somehow, Michael B. Jordan back somehow to take on the mantle, which truthfully I would be kind of fine with too. You know?
I'd be, in all honesty, I think I would love either one. I'm trying to think. I was trying to think if there's anyone younger, even besides Shuri, that could do it. I think either one's a fine point.
Yeah. And I also heard they're reevaluating their whole plan with Black Panther 2 now as well.
Which is super fucked.
I
so
know.
Sad.
It is.
Because remember I told you how excited I was for that movie because they teased it in.
They teased it with Namor. Yeah, right. With the earthquake in the.
And again, I can't even like begin to just like it hurts that it's doing this to a show, but I can't sit here and be like, again, like kind of look at how I feel about Batman. A part of me always is like, man, look at what you did. Like the Heath Ledger died, you know, it really did that. But at the end of the day, you know, everything happens for a reason, and that's life. So, you know what? Maybe we're meant for this to be the next step. And you know what? Knowing Chadwick, I'll tell you right now, if he was sitting up there, as much as the respect thing would be not to replace him, I guarantee if you could have one more conversation with him and he said, who would you want? Would you be okay with it? He would 100% say, if either one of them replaced me, yes. I guarantee that he would be like, listen, that has to go on. That legacy has to live on, you know? So it'll be very interesting to see how they do it.
Yeah.
You know? I hope they do it in a killer way. I mean,
they'll listen, it's Marvel. They'll skill anything. It's, you know, it's more or less now whoever does replace him, and not replace him, but if Shuri or Killmonger takes the mantle up instead, what are they going to say about T'Challa?
Yeah.
Where is he? What happened to him? Kind of deal.
And now,
you don't want to be. You kind of have to be delicate.
No, I mean, dude.
You know what I mean?
Look at what they did with Carrie Fisher in Star Wars.
Right.
Did you see Episode 9?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to. This is like not hard for me to say, but when she died in Episode 8 and she came back inside because she levitated and used the Force and then came back to life. I hate to say that was your chance, you know, but, And again,
wait, doesn't she die in 9?
Yes, but what I'm saying is in episode 8,
in episode 8, right,
the ship blows up and she pushes herself back in, which shows that she has the Force and everything, which is great. But then she dies in episode 9 because they did it a pretty good way where her and Ben, who is Adam Driver, who is Kylo Ren, Ben is Ben Skywalker or Ben Solo, sorry. It's like we finally are connecting one last time before your mom passes on. So they did okay, but it's kind of sad to see that they had the chance. I don't think she had passed in episode 8 yet.
No, she did.
No, remember? Because I thought...
Oh, no, she did
episode
film...
8, she filmed it, then episode 9, right in between, she wasn't done finishing 9, and she passed. And that was when they're like, okay, well, we have to reevaluate. So that was my thing. It was more like... you should have went with your instinct. You should have done that. I'm not saying that you should have killed her off because she was going to die, but...
You think they changed it? Because this is what I mean
they
by...
had to.
Yeah, right. Because that's what I mean by delicate, though. Like, if someone passes away and you're going to kill him off somehow in the movie, let it be a more subtle and,
but that's why
peaceful way, like they did, instead of having her, not being able to breathe in space and freezing up and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, that's really what that... Such a shame, man. Really such a shame. It's crazy.
It's literally insane.
It's crazy. And I was also thinking, I was like, the people of Marvel had to know he was going through something and whatnot. No, that doesn't seem to be the case. It didn't seem to be the case. But yeah, rest in peace, Chadwick. Rest in power, as like a lot of people are saying. Wakanda forever, right? Yeah. All right, that's all we really had for News Roundup. We're going to move on to our one and only main topic, which are the top 5 Netflix original shows not of all time. Let's just call it the top 5 favorite Netflix original shows, because they just keep pumping them out. These lists could change at any time as more shows come out. I say we do our honorable mentions after we do our top 5 this time. Are you okay with that?
Really? You want to do...
I have one to say real quick, even though I don't have a list.
I'm down with it. Let's do that.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Okay.
And then...
What you got, Tommy?
Well, it's like I think this is one of the only Netflix original shows I ever watched, but A Series of Unfortunate Events.
You like that?
It was alright.
Okay.
At least the first season. I think I watched the first season.
I tried watching the first season of Series of Unfortunate Events, and I thought it was okay. But I got bored.
From what I remember, I don't remember liking Violet in the show, or I don't know. The baby was fine, but like one of those two I didn't like. I remember really liking Count Olaf though.
Yeah, what's his name?
I don't know who, but
from How I Met Your Mother, Sir Patrick Harris.
Yeah, Neil Patrick Harris.
Sir Patrick
Harris. Oh my god!
I combined what's his name, Sir Patrick, freaking Professor X, and Neil Patrick Harris together just there.
Patrick. It's not. No. Now I'm saying Patrick Stewart, but that's not it.
No, it is Sir Patrick Stewart. That's Professor X.
Sir Patrick Stewart.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Here's what I've...
It is
right.
Okay, yeah.
Damn it! I hate being right.
Didn't they do like musical segments in each episode of that show? I remember there was like a music scene with Olaf. Neil Patrick Harris. He's all about the theatrical and whatnot with that.
Guy, but I don't remember there being musical.
I remember there being something like that.
Oh, what I didn't like was that. Like, they were going through the books, but it was not the parents were alive.
Well, they had their twist to it.
What was that?
I found it to be an interesting twist. I kind of want to look it up, actually, to see what's going on with that.
I never watched the ending, but I think I saw a thumbnail.
No, it didn't, did it?
What?
It got canceled, that show?
No, they finished it.
It's over.
Oh, yeah, no, okay. I was going to say that. I'm like, wait, if it's not canceled, it's definitely over.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
It's over, but I think I saw a thumbnail on YouTube, and like they're actually like back together, like the entire family, like they actually got reunited. So I don't know. I mean, I guess it's better than the original ending for the original for the books, because the ending of the books is literally, I believe, it's just the 3 siblings like just
sailing off.
Yeah,
they
just
sail
sailing
off. Yeah,
off.
they
Like,
do
we
leave
don't
it
know
on like
what
a
they're gonna
cliffhanger
do,
kind of
but-
deal, right? But then remember they came out with the Beatrice letters.
Yeah, but that doesn't like finish this like.
It doesn't. It
still
kind
don't
of.
know
It
what's
kind
gonna
of.
happen to them.
Yeah, it kind of makes it seem like they died in a shipwreck.
Yeah.
It does make it seem like
And
they
then we
died in a
learned that
shipwreck.
there's a fourth sibling.
Oh, I have no idea about any of that.
In the book, Beatrice is another sibling. Like I think it's, I don't know if I read it wrong, but I think the wife's name is Beatrice, and then there's like a secret child or something. Because I remember Lemony Snicket, even though he's the author, he was like writing, and he's like, I hope you find your siblings one day, and that's how the book ends.
Wow, I'm gonna look all that up afterwards because that's always been a fan favorite book series of mine, and I really enjoyed the lore of that. But all right, screw it. Let's do our honorable mentions first. Let's just do it.
All right.
I have 3, and then I guess you could do yours, and then
Let's do that.
Yeah, all right.
Wait, just real quick, your battery's about to die.
It's okay. It'll click when it's done.
And then we can do a shift.
Yep, shift. All right, so first one on my honorable mentions is Ozark. It might be on your list, so I'll be brief about it. I didn't fully finish all 3 seasons. I'm actually halfway through the 2nd season right
same.
now. I like it. I could see why it won so many awards. The character development, the overall storylines and plot lines that are in it are fantastic, and they are very well executed. It's just a little too slow for me. I don't want to say boring. It's just a little too slow for
burn.
me.
I gotcha.
It's a slow burn. So
it's like everything happens for the last like 2 or 3 episodes.
Yes,
that happen.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it all ties in together, and you appreciate that
Also,
more. Also,
quick plot twist.
Yeah.
I just started Lovecraft Country
I never heard of that.
on Netflix. Yeah, it's the J.J. Abrams show.
No, I never heard
Dude,
of that.
yeah, you've definitely seen like a trailer for it or something.
I
I'll
really
show
don't
it to
think
you
I
after.
have. Yeah.
Oh, it's a trip.
Okay.
It's a trip.
All right.
It's J.J. Abrams and Jordan Peele.
Dude, I don't know.
I'm telling you right now, you've seen like a trailer
Maybe I have.
trailer
Maybe I
for
have.
it, but
All right. My second honorable mention is Outer Banks.
I forgot Outer Banks.
I just remembered it today. Outer Banks was a good show. It just was corny at times. The ending itself could have been a little better. I won't give away spoilers that much. Yeah.
I'm always here.
I do like the show. I actually
good
do
show.
like it a lot, but it's just not on my top 5. And then my last honorable mention is Big Mouth. I loved that show. 1st and 2nd season, I found it so freaking funny. It was like original, like very, very raunchy and kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And then the 3rd season came around, and I kind of just fell off it. It kind of just got a little too weird, and I don't know. It just fell off for me. It wasn't like
your
that
thing,
funny
yeah.
anymore. So I fell off very early in the 3rd season, so that's why it's on my honorable
That
mention.
show gets hated on a lot.
I know it does. I know it
Because
does.
people are like, oh, it's just potty jokes, but like...
But that's the whole point.
There are potty jokes, but like...
I thought they were just
Dude,
well
the-
executed
The
in
funniest episode I've seen, at least, I think I watched like I think I watched the whole 1st season, like halfway through the 2nd one. Dude, the weed gummy one is so funny.
Is that in an earlier season?
No, I think it's season 2, and
Okay.
oh my god, I don't remember any. I think it's Nick, and what's the girl's, the red-haired one?
I forgot.
It's not Angela, no.
But
It's
so Nick and her dad has like weed gummies.
because your
and
dad's a
they both
pothead,
hate
yeah.
them.
Oh, yes, I do
they
remember
started,
that
like, running
episode.
through the neighborhood.
Yeah.
That was the funniest shit ever. That was the funniest shit ever.
Oh.
They go into that like Indian girl's house and they're like
Yeah.
playing bongos or something.
Oh
He's like,
my
dude, I'm
God.
freaking out, bro. What's going on?
Dude, Big Mouth and Outer Banks wasn't on my list, but I'm going to throw it on there now. Both great shows, in my opinion. I'm going to really quickly just, like, rattle mine off.
Yeah.
A couple of these are on here because I haven't watched them or I haven't finished them. So 13 Reasons Why is on here. That's because I watched it and it just was like, it was good in the beginning. I was kind of in on it. And then I was like, okay, this just isn't my favorite thing anymore. I'm like, great. Like
I heard it drops down.
I told
in
you,
later
yeah.
seasons,
Black Mirror.
Oh, I forgot about Black Mirror. I would put that. On
I've
my
never
honorables.
watched Black Mirror. Everyone
Really?
loves it, so that's why I put it on my honorable mentions. But I don't like horror a lot. I like some, like, I'm weird. I like...
So a lot of them aren't horror, though. They're more sci-fi and sometimes thriller.
So that's the weird thing about me. I kind of like thriller. I kind of like sci-fi. And I'm like I like Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Which is basically the modern day version.
Yeah.
But I guess I don't like the fact that it's so almost real to what could happen in modern day, a lot of it. So, like, I guess that fucks with me, and I'm like, nah, I'm good, thanks. Like, I'm not going to watch it. Because, like, the more I think about things that could be accurate in the future and stuff, the more I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm out.
Did you ever see the tweet is like, yeah, Black Mirror Season 7 really outdid themselves with this COVID-19?
Yeah, exactly. Someone said it with 2020. They're like, yeah, I can't wait for the 2020. Yeah. They're like, oh, I can't wait for season 7 of Black Mirror to end.
Yeah,
like, you know, come 2021, season 8's gonna be awesome too.
Yeah,
like whatever.
Right.
Peaky Blinders, because everyone that I talk to that watches it, it's like on their top 2.
Yeah.
But I have never watched it. I'm going to watch it
too.
like during quarantine with time still on my hands.
Sure.
I'm excited to watch it because I've heard it's amazing. Making a Murderer and Daredevil are also on that list.
Okay. Did you watch Daredevil?
Yes.
Oh, and
I liked Daredevil, but again, the whole thing is like Daredevil was great, but it just like it wasn't necessarily my favorite thing.
Okay.
I watched Daredevil a lot in college because friends of mine used to, and I was like, all right, great, I'll pick up on the episodes, but it was never for me something that I had to sit and watch every week.
Okay, yeah.
But every time I did watch it, I liked it.
Okay.
I was like, okay, this is a good show. But it was just never like, I don't know. It's hard to explain because I liked the role. I liked the actor. I thought he did an amazing job of playing Daredevil. And I liked the concept. But it was just like, you know me. I was making fun of all the shows because I was just like, they did such a bad job of handling it.
Yeah.
Where they could have killed it.
When they, as far as like connecting all them together
well,
kind
just
of deal?
like, I mean, look at them. Like, the shows were nothing crazy. Like, I know you liked them.
Yeah.
Like, Daredevil was good. Luke Cage was pretty good. I watched a couple Luke Cage. Jessica Jones was tolerable. I thought the beginning was good, and then, and then what's the other one? Golden Fist?
Iron Fist, yeah.
Face?
Yeah.
That guy. Iron Butthole. No, yeah, I just like,
Yeah.
I'm still shocked on how Disney let those fall.
Yeah. Well, we'll get more into that later on.
Yeah, I wonder why. No, but it just that's the thing that sucks too. It's like, imagine you could go in the past. It's like one thing you could do. Listen, you guys are going to have a streaming service in a couple years. Don't give this to Netflix and then just vanish.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
like, imagine you could have just not put any of those into the universe. Because think about it. What of those shows actually ties in besides Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., right? Because they tie in there a lot.
Yeah, but now that's even just loosely connected.
Yeah,
they did
but
their
that's
own
what
thing.
I'm saying. It's like, look at that. Like, now you could be like, fucking surprise. We could have put all those on... If you put all those on Disney Plus, I guarantee they'd be better now because you would have had more time to sit, more time to have figured out what the X-Men are going to do, more time to figure out, like...
I think I'm going to get more into it later.
Course, bro.
When we talk about it, because I do have a lot to say on that.
You want to do 5 to 3? I'll do 5 to 3, and then we'll do 2, 2, 1, 1.
Yeah. That's fine with me.
Let's do it.
All right, so my number 5 for top 5 Netflix original shows is The Punisher, one of those Marvel Netflix shows.
Oh, I did forget about The Punisher. That's
Punisher was fantastic. The action was incredible. The story was also incredible. I love Josh Berthnall. I think I'm saying that last name right. He's an incredible actor. He fit the role as Frank Castle so perfectly, and the bad guys were great in it. One of them was Crossbones. He even gets into season 2 as well. He another fantastic actor. I don't really remember too much of it. All I remember is that it was a fantastic show. I thought it was so good. I got Daredevil later in my list, but just to say, like, the Marvel shows.
You have Daredevil?
Yeah, the Marvel shows are some of them were fantastic.
So now I know too much, so I can't really make this guess. But I'm gonna say 2, but I want to take the over on Marvel shows that are on your list. Don't say it.
Okay.
I want to say it's over 2, but I think it might just be 2.
Do you want me to tell you right
now?
now?
No, I want to keep going.
Okay.
And I'll figure it out. But I'm going to take the over, and I'm probably going to lose the bet, but that's just my guess.
So 2 or over?
So it's basically +2, so yes, 2 plus.
Okay, got you.
If I get 2, it's kind of like I'll just break even, but I'm gonna guess higher.
Okay, all right.
All right.
My number 4, it is a superhero show, but it's not Marvel. It's The Umbrella Academy.
Oh.
Their second season just came out recently, which was not to say that the first season wasn't good, because the first season was fantastic,
Yeah.
but the second season blew it out of the water, in my opinion. It just got better.
Yeah.
It's funny. The action's good. And the character development is really good, too. They deal a lot with time travel in the second season, which I love. And, you know, that's a tricky thing to deal with in TV shows and movies, but this
Trust
one...
me.
Yeah.
I just dealt with it.
This one exit the face you made, though. They executed it very well. Luther, number 1, Luther, the big ape guy, fantastic. Number 5, the kid, fantastic. And my other favorite, Diego in season 2, the guy who could, like, he's almost a Magneto kind of guy. He could manipulate and move metal and shit like that.
Okay.
He, like, throws knives. He'll throw straight forward, and then he'll do something like this with his hand, and it'll just curve. So he does some sick stuff. And the other guy is, he talks to the dead. He has, like, spiritual, like, dead
weird.
power kind of things. I'm actually going to look up his name now. They're all great characters in it. Bad guy wise, they're all great in it. Let me see what I got here. Umbrella Academy cast.
So I was actually going to also kind of go off that really quickly. I haven't watched any of it, but I heard it's great. Like, I heard really great things about it. I think I told you guys last week I just started Boys and finished it. The Boys.
Oh yeah, I heard that's fantastic too.
I'm telling you right now, you will love it.
Yeah,
because it's exactly what you love, which is superheroes, but it's superheroes if it was modern day, and it's almost like the superhero main headquarters where they all kind of like worked at. So like it's basically like if the team, right, all of these superheroes work/play for a team. That team has like a stocks. So like, if they're doing good, then their stock is up. If they have a good publisher, like, you know, like they have a good announcement, like, dude, and it's raw. It's like what exactly would happen if there were real life superheroes and super women.
Okay.
Like, dude, it's so fucking good.
And what is that?
It's
Is
Amazon
that
Prime.
That's an Amazon Prime
Yeah, but
one.
you would, dude.
I heard it's fantastic. I hear great
so
things
September
about it.
4th is the new season, so 2 days the new season comes out.
Oh, wow.
If you can find a way to watch it, I'll tell you, you will be able to binge it before that day.
Maybe
if you can start it tonight.
Maybe if I, maybe I'll, like 1, 2, 3 movies or something like that. Maybe
You
I'll
might
have
be
it
able
on.
to. Well, dude, if anything, hit up the group and see if anyone has it.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you right now, you probably want to. I'm borrowing it from my girlfriend's mom, so like.
Do we have Amazon Prime?
Yes.
So
Does that mean we have?
I think so. Yeah. If you pay for Amazon Prime, I'm almost positive.
Okay.
All I'm saying is maybe try it tonight.
Okay.
Just like give it a shot when we leave after you watch all the other stuff I've assigned you, because I've assigned you a million things.
Yes, I know.
I'm keeping Frankie. Listen, I'm keeping Frankie busy. You know.
The other guy's name from Umbrella Academy is Claus. He talks to the dead and everything like that. Fantastic character.
Like Klaus or like Claus.
No. They don't say Klaus. They say Claus.
But it's CLAUS.
No, it's KLAUS. Yeah.
Oh.
Claus Hargreaves. All great characters.
Well, that makes sense
in
for it
that
to be
show.
Claus because it's a K. Yeah.
I love in the second season they turn him. So they go back in time, right, for the second season, and they all get scattered apart, the whole family.
Okay.
And
which is the Umbrella Academy?
Which is the Umbrella
Gotcha.
Academy. And Claus starts like a cult. He becomes like this hippie cultist, basically.
Okay.
He grows a long beard. It's hilarious. It's a show that I think you'd like it. I think you'd like it.
I think I would too. I've seen it, and I'm very intrigued by it.
Yeah.
One of the actors, who's the big white guy that's like got the...
That's Luther, yeah. He's like an ape
Okay,
man.
so
yeah.
he was in Black Sails, which is the pirate show that I told you I like.
Yes.
That's on Hulu.
Yes.
So
and he
I
was
like
also,
him.
He was also in Game of Thrones.
Yes, he was the son of Samuel Tarly. He was Samuel Tarly's brother.
Yeah, he
right?
was his brother.
Or cousin, maybe? But
No, I think it was his brother, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good actor. You know, it's cool to see actors in these very small side roles who just slowly get bigger and bigger and bigger. And once they're finally like a main star of something, it's like, why does he look so familiar? You don't really know why.
Yep.
And then you look back at other shows, it's like, holy shit, he's in this. Holy shit, he's in that.
One of the other guys that was in Black Sails that I loved, he's like the main bad guy, but he's more of like an anti-hero, like kind of just doing what he... They're pirates, so like he's doing what he can do for himself.
Yeah.
He's in... What's the show about the degenerate family that everyone loves?
Shameless? Yeah.
Yes, there you go. Boom. Look, you got that. Degenerate family. Boom, immediately. No, but he's in that too. So I was like, I know that guy.
So wait, which guy from Shameless?
The long-haired... Who's the blonde girl that got pregnant with the baby?
The ginger girl that got pregnant with the baby. Blonde girl that got pregnant with the baby.
Mother.
No.
I only watched it till like season 3.
No, I thought it was season 2. My girlfriend's watching it, and I'm kind of...
Oh, yes, that's Lip's girlfriend.
Yes, Lip's girlfriend.
Oh,
yes.
And the baby wasn't even his.
And it's not his.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know the boyfriend, the long hair, that the mom and him, they did it? Mm-hmm. So that guy with the long hair, he's the bad pirate.
Dude, that guy with the long hair is fucking hilarious.
He's awesome in the show.
Really?
He's awesome in the show, dude. When I tell you he kills it...
Freaking Fabio. He looks like Fabio.
Oh, he looks like Fabio.
Yeah,
Yep, 100%. All right.
Wait.
I got 5-3.
No, number 3.
God,
I got number 3. Number 3, fan favorite for a lot of people, it's Stranger Things.
Still not a Marvel show, damn it.
You got 2 left. There could be.
No, I know what your number 2 is.
Do you?
Yeah, can I guess it? Well,
Yeah.
I'll let you do this, and
Okay.
then I'm going to guess it.
All right.
Because I know what your number 1 is.
Okay.
I know exactly what it is.
Stranger Things was like one of those very first... I know Ozark was like one of the very first Netflix shows, but I think Stranger Things was also one of those very first Netflix shows that kind of just caught fire like real quick. You know what I mean? It's a great show. All the kid actors and actresses, very, very talented. Millie Bobby Brown is doing so many big things after this show. So is what's the guy with the little like not a list?
Kenton Matarazzo.
Is that his name? Curly hair.
Positive.
He's in like
Yeah,
those commercials now.
He's in so many Verizon.
He's in the
Verizon commercials.
Trying to upgrade your Fios?
Yeah, right.
It's not me making fun of you. I do like that kid a lot.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the only really great things about it.
Oh,
look at what Finn Wolfhard is giant too now.
Yes,
Before
that's right.
COVID hit, Mike Wolfhard was in one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Oh, what did you see?
Holy
It too?
shit! It was the horror movie.
It?
No. It was this year.
It wasn't
Early
It too?
this year. It was so bad. You probably
He was in it too. He was in it too. I swear to God.
It's not It 2 because I never even watched
It 3.
It was,
Came out before
I think
2020.
it came out in February.
Oh, let's look it up.
The Turning.
The Turning.
Oh
Absolutely
yes, I've
a
heard
horrid
about
movie,
that.
But he was in it. I don't remember how he was, but Jesus, that movie was terrible, and that's why I liked it.
Anyway, besides where these kids are now, them in Stranger Things together as a whole cast ensemble, even the parents are fantastic. Hopper, great character. You know, teared up a little bit when he died, and now obviously they reveal
He
that
died?
he's back in
Frank?
Mother Russia.
Oh no!
Very excited for this next season. It should have been out already, but if it wasn't because of COVID and everything,
Rest in pieces, COVID.
It would have been out already. But I'm very excited to see it. It was rumored that this season 4 was going to be the last season,
one,
but now they're saying it's still going to go on after this, which isn't that surprising.
Keep catching money, dude.
100%.
I mean, look at what Game of Thrones did.
Yeah.
Look at what The Walking Dead's doing.
Walking Dead.
I have a thing that I mention in every episode. I think if we went back statistically, I've mentioned it in all 43 episodes.
Dude, I stopped watching.
Stop! I don't want to hear the slander. It's not a good show, but it's watchable, and the longer you commit to it, you can actually respect it a little bit at times.
Or maybe you're just getting desensitized. To
I can't
the
believe it.
Story,
I'm being attacked by the cameraman today. Joe's not even here. Gun. I can't shoot you. That's reserved for Joe.
Last thing I'll say about Stranger Things, I just love the thriller aspect. It's always a little bit of a mystery of what's going on with these monsters, and just how, like, the biggest thriller moment is, like, all those animals that were just turning into gloop, and they were traveling somewhere. It's like, where are they traveling to?
Yeah, what's
happening, and what it turns into.
Yeah.
It was great to see that all culminate all together. But that's that's my number 3, Stranger Things.
All right, well, I was going to say we do 2, 2, 1, 1 after, but I want to guess your 2 and your 1. And then if I get them right, you have to say them.
All right. Number 2.
Your number 2 is You.
It is You.
Yes, let's go!
It is You.
And now I know what your number 1 is.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right.
My number 2 is You. I think that show
Great.
is fantastic.
Spectacular.
Joe Gold? No, not Gold. Goldberg?
Goldberg, yeah.
Goldberg, yeah. Joe Goldberg, fantastic character. Phenomenal character. Oh my God.
It's so good. Yeah,
insane. The first season was better than the second season, in my opinion.
Okay.
Although I do like the dynamic between Joe and Love, who's like the crazy girlfriend, almost on the same level as Joe.
You didn't see it until the end. That's why I think I don't like season 2 better. But that's why I kind of like fuck with season 2 a little bit more, is because like you don't see it coming, and then she's like, "Surprise! I'm a fucking psycho."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you're like,
which
"Oh
was
shit!"
a great twist,
like,
amazing twist.
What?
That's what makes the show great.
I mean, dude, that was pretty fucking crazy that you didn't know anything was happening. That was one of those shows that it finally came full circle, and you were like, "Damn,
yeah,
this is pretty fucking nuts."
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
Oh.
And I love the way they ended season 2, where they move in together. You think he's settling down, and then it's like, "Oh, hello there, neighbor," and it's like, here we go again.
Here we go again.
Yeah,
yep,
here we go
exactly.
again.
I wonder what that shows.
Yeah, well, I think that also suspended filming because of COVID as well. It messed everything up.
You're
Yeah. Can't wait to see where season 3 is heading. Yeah, that's all I think I could say about it. I think it's just a fantastic show.
All right.
It's very like thriller-esque kind of deal. Not really, but like
it's kind of thrill. It's got like a thriller aspect to it. You're right.
Yeah.
I mean,
I love the
suspense.
memes.
How about that?
Yeah, suspense. Yeah. I love the memes earlier on during COVID. It was like, this is where I'll be quarantining from now on, and it's his box.
Yep.
It's his box from the first season. Oh, well, he has it in the second season, too.
He has it in the second, too, yeah.
That's like the famous
God,
box.
so fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, damn
but,
it. I
yeah.
want to watch that show again now. It was a really good fucking show.
It is.
All right, well, your number
What's
one.
my number 1, Luke?
Daredevil. It is.
Oh my God! The fact that it was just on your honorable mentions, I was like,
I
was like, but did you watch it?
In your body, you're like,
yeah. Daredevil is my number 1. I think that's the very first Netflix show that I've watched, and I binged that hard.
That was like one of the first Netflix shows that was like coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like back when, like, because I mean, dude, Stranger Things wasn't out. Ozark.
Oh, really? That didn't come out?
I don't think so, dude. I think,
Dude,
Stranger Things wasn't when I was in college, and Daredevil was when we were in college.
No, I think Stranger Things was when we were in college.
Dude, if anything, it might have been the end.
I don't remember Stranger Things being around when Daredevil was around.
No, dude. I think...
No, you guys are probably right about that. Not more than I'm thinking about it.
Daredevil? Yeah, from what I remember, that show was good. It's like... I feel like a good show always has the main character, and then it has like that supporting character that you really can't go without.
So,
like what's that guy's the other Lloyd?
Foggy Nelson.
What's his name?
Froggy. No, Foggy.
I don't. Yeah,
Foggy Nelson.
Something like that. He's pretty much like Jesse from Breaking Bad. Like,
not really.
I think I thought.
Not in my opinion.
April 10th, 2015 was Daredevil's release, which would have been our sophomore year of college.
That makes sense, yes.
And
that's
then
when I was binging it.
Stranger Things premiere. Oh, no, you're right. Season 1 was in 2016.
But Daredevil did still come first, though.
Yeah. But in my head, I was thinking that Stranger Things came completely after college. I thought it came in 2017, which would have been graduating year or whatever. right?
Well, the only reason why I knew it was when we were when we were in college, because I remember my friend raving about it. That's the other thing about Stranger Things too that I didn't mention before. That show was so hyped up. I hate watching shows and movies that get so hyped up, and I just walk in and I get disappointed by it.
Oh.
And Stranger Things was one of those shows. So I waited mad long to watch it until like maybe I think last year.
Yeah.
Last year, because I binged it, and then season 3 just came out.
See, I don't think it ever really disappointed me. I think what was it, season 2?
Oh, Stranger Things never disappointed me. I just watched it after the hype train was over.
Season 2, I was like, it didn't disappoint me. No, what? All right. Sorry, it disappointed me in the sense that I was like, fuck, you guys had all the traction in the world and you gave us this.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like, it's not that it was bad, but season 3 definitely helped a lot.
Oh, hell yeah. Season 3 was great.
Season 3?
Dude,
no,
5 episodes of the season 2. It's the same plot.
No, exactly.
It's just 11 in the house.
No, but season 3 is better.
Yeah,
season 3 is a lot
It's
better.
different, season 3,
Yeah.
It's just 11, like, oh, maybe I should sneak out. And then she sneaks out, and she gets jealous.
I'm not even going to lie.
And then she goes back to the house.
Dude, I completely forgot that seation 2. I literally am not even kidding. I go season 1, season 3.
Yeah.
That's like, in my head, I'm like thinking about it. You just said that. I'm like, what? Like, in my head, I'm like, wait, that happened? I'm like, nah, I don't even care.
But yeah, anyway, Daredevil is fantastic. The main actor that they got, Charlie Cox, that was his role, man. The fact that they canceled this, I just can't believe that they canceled the show. And this is going to bring me back to the point that I wanted to say when we first brought it up. I'm glad that Marvel was like, do your thing, even though we know we're going to have a streaming service later on and we're going to cancel these shows. Because if
even though we know,
because if they didn't let Netflix do that,
yeah,
and they waited for Disney Plus, it would not be the same show. It wouldn't be as gory. It wouldn't be as bloody. It wouldn't be as violent.
Oh, no, you're right.
And
yeah,
without those factors in the show, it just wouldn't be the same for me.
Can you watch it on Disney Plus?
No. It's Netflix.
That's funny.
It's just Netflix. It
no,
is
I
funny.
know, but that's very funny. Like,
100%.
Hey, you guys have our property.
But it just if it was a Disney Plus original, it would not be the same show at all. And the more I think about it, the more I like how it's disconnected from the
Deadpool
MCU.
on Disney Plus?
No, it's not.
This is so funny.
A lot of the people working or that did work on Deadpool 1 and 2 said that Disney's giving them the short end of the stick right now.
Yeah, they are.
They're not letting them do anything.
No, aren't they
with
canceling? Like, aren't they like canceling that? Like, aren't they gonna?
I hope they don't cancel it.
Oh, I hope not
but
either. But I heard that they're
I
like.
hear Ryan Reynolds and I hear like the other guy. I don't know who he is, but they're like, yeah, Disney's just not letting us do Deadpool 3.
Well,
yeah,
the creator of the comic book creator of Deadpool, Rob Liefeld, he is pissed at Disney right now. Pissed because they're not doing anything with Deadpool right now. He's like, this is one of the biggest one of Fox's biggest money makers. Like, what are you doing right now? You know, like, what are you doing right now?
But it's because they want to push all the other little guys, you know?
Not just that, they want to keep their goody two shoes on instead of getting.
Look at what it did when you made Star Wars a fucking abomination, you pieces of shit.
Yeah. Season 1 of Daredevil with Kingpin, fantastic. Season 2 with the Punisher and Elektra, fantastic. Probably my least favorite of the 3, but it was still amazing. And then Season 3 of Daredevil, the final fight with Daredevil, Bullseye, and Kingpin. Do you remember it?
I didn't finish.
Oh, you didn't finish it.
So I didn't even want to say it because I knew it was going to get so...
What's wrong with you? Come on!
Hey, come on! What? I'll finish Daredevil when you finish Clone Wars. It's that simple.
Ooh, all right.
We make a little wager.
All right, fine.
That's fine.
That's fine with me.
Dude,
Stop.
The
I don't want to...
direction of that show looks atrocious.
All right, we're not going to get into that.
I will not have any Clone Wars slander on this show.
Yeah, we're not.
I will not have Clone Wars slander on this show. No!
Dude, they need to make a Star Wars anime. Is what needs to happen.
No.
Yes.
I wouldn't... okay, for the record, that'd be pretty cool.
Watch, like, Rebels or something. You'll be satisfied
No,
with that.
like...
No, I don't know.
Star Wars in anime, that'd be so sick. Like, they can actually pull off really good action scenes.
No, 100%. Well, Well, listen, I think Clone Wars does a phenomenal job explaining what's in between episodes 2 and 3 of the movies. Because, like, for me, I want more of that content. I want to know what's actually happening in the Clone Wars. Like, there's literally a movie named Clone Wars, and you see 30 minutes of fighting. That's it. Now it's spread out over 7 seasons of understanding Anakin, understanding Obi-Wan, understanding Yoda, understanding Ahsoka, who's now going to be in Mandalorian. So there's a lot more to it now that, in my opinion, I'm like, okay, I'm in. But, again, we won't go back to that.
Last thing I'll say, we'll not go back to that.
We'll not go back to that.
The last thing I'll say about Daredevil is that it is, and I mean this, it is the best superhero TV show that I've ever seen. I haven't watched The Boys yet. No, it's better than Punisher, which was number 5, 100%. Better than Umbrella Academy.
Oh, man.
It's the best superhero TV show I've ever
Will it?
watched.
All right, ready? 2 things for you. Will it be better than all of the Marvel shows that come out?
Yeah, probably.
I think so. I think so.
A part of me thinks that you will think The Boys is better.
Okay.
But a part of me knows that you will not give up Daredevil
Daredevil.
because that's like your baby.
Yeah.
And it's no disrespect at all. I just know that's like your favorite, so I know you're not going to like completely abandon it, but I think you will enjoy The Boys.
Okay. I'll take that. I just find that question a little because I just haven't seen those Marvel shows
Oh, of course
yet.
not.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like
that's why I said I'm like, do you think maybe because me
as of right now,
I'm sitting there and I'm looking at all those shows and I'm like, they'll all be good, but I don't think any of them for me would be better than Daredevil. Like Daredevil's on my top 10.
Yeah,
but,
sure.
I mean, like I'd put it on a top 100, and I don't know if those shows that are coming out would be there because. I mean, Loki will be interesting.
Yeah.
WandaVision, I'm like...
No, WandaVision I'm actually finding pretty high interest in.
WandaVision, I'm just like...
Yeah.
I just... You know how I feel about Vision, so like I'm out on that. You know what I'm saying?
Like
about
Hawkeye.
Actually, that's the show where I'm like,
Dude.
I actually like Hawkeye. I like...
I like him too.
No, I like... Shit, what's his name? Ronan. I like the Ronan character so much better. Like, I think when he goes ballistic and his family dies, like, oh, dude, when that shit happens and that goes, and they're, where are they, in Japan, or are they in Tokyo or
something like
he's
that?
He's just straight up murking guys.
He goes off.
And he's got the black hood and he's got the sword. I'm like,
See, I wish we saw more. Obviously, they couldn't with how much movie they had, but I wish we saw more of that.
Those movies are so good.
Maybe they will show more of that in the Hawkeye show as flashbacks.
Oh,
It's after, because Hawkeye's training his daughter to become the next Hawkeye. Yeah,
and that's the director's daughter, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
In the movie, it was, I think.
I don't know. I'm not too sure.
All right, well, alrighty, my list.
Do it up.
Number 5, House of Cards.
Ooh, didn't think about that.
I will not go very deep into it because Frank Underwood is super canceled.
Yep.
But I loved it when I was watching it. I haven't watched it now. I just actually this week picked it up again, but then I stopped because
just got reminded of...
I watched a movie that I can't talk much about.
Oh, okay.
But regardless, I loved it when I watched it. I think it was so well executed. I think like the sidebars are really what makes it a great show too, is him talking to you and like him being such a scumbag and him explaining like, oh, this is me being a scumbag.
Yes.
Like I love that. Like I think that's great. He played the role perfectly. Then his wife played the role perfectly.
They were both great in it.
So they're both great. So again, not much on that. Number 4, The Witcher. I'm really disappointed that The Witcher didn't make yours.
I did watch it fully too.
I know, but
I was very confused by The Witcher.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, not that it's like you have to understand it. It's just that the storylines are definitely, they mess with your head, but the more you watch it, like that was a show, I gotta be off my phone. I'm like watching it. That's the only thing I'm doing because I need to like figure out what's exactly going on. Once the season started moving, because at the beginning I was like, what the fuck? Season started moving and I was like, okay, I get this a lot more. Now, it's kind of like Westworld. Yeah. Westworld was the same thing where I was like, my brain's in a blender. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
The fighting is incredible in The Witcher.
My God. So
incredible.
Good.
Henry Cavill, he's becoming one of my favorite actors.
Dude, I just thought like The Witcher in general was so well put together, just the whole entire thing. But
I'll be watching season 2 for sure.
Oh my God,
I'll be watching it. Yeah.
Narcos. Original Narcos is tied with Stranger Things for me.
Okay.
Because both were great shows that I loved and I was totally 100% invested in. Stranger Things I liked more, but Narcos had a bigger effect on me when it first came out. I loved Narcos the first season. Even the second season I really liked. After that, for me, it just kind of went downhill.
How many seasons are there right now?
I think there's like
4 or 5?
4, but now I think they do Narcos Mexico.
They do, right? They do.
They have a couple I think they have 1 or 2 spin-offs or whatever. But
that's another show I didn't watch because of the hype on it.
You should watch it now. The beginning seasons, you would enjoy it, I think.
Okay.
Number 2, I also have a tie because like we were talking about, Ozark right now is there for me, but I haven't finished it. So once it's like I'm caught up, and now they're doing season 4, which I think is maybe the final season. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So once that ties in, there's a chance that maybe it moves up, down, whatever. But that's tied with You because I loved You, and You's not over yet.
Yeah.
But I did not watch the first season of You. I watched the second season. Then I went back and watched the first and the second.
Why'd you do that?
Only because my girlfriend was watching season 2, and I got in it, and I was like, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So I kind of cheated, and I went back and watched like a 7 minutes into what season 1 was. Watched it, finished season 2. Then I went back, watched 1 and 2. But it was like I needed to understand it. I'm one of those weird people that you could tell me a spoiler to a movie, and like, unless it's something groundbreaking, I'm going to be okay with it, because like at the end of the day, it's like however they execute it, I'm going to be more impressed. Because if Joe is sitting here like, whoa, so what they did was this and that and then that and this, and I'm going to be like, okay, that's really cool. But then when I see it on screen, I'm going to be like, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So, as long as you don't tell me exactly what happens and you just give me an overview, I could go and do it. Like, I'll cheat all the time with that stuff, because at the end of the day, like, they're going to execute it better than how you're going to address it, in my opinion.
The other thing about Ozark 2, you know how I was saying that was like one of the very first Netflix original show? Just think about it. They're only on their 4th season, which is going to be their last one, but it's been out for so long. They take their time with their storytelling and their script writing and everything.
Which is crazy, too, to like think about that it's been out this long now.
This long.
Because I even thought about it the other day. I'm like, Ozark's been out a lot longer than I thought. Yeah. I'm like, it only came out a year or 2. I'm like, no, it didn't. I'm like, it came out a lot longer than that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so my number 1 is a little bit of a question mark around it, because I don't know if it's a Netflix original. Mm-hmm. But I know for a fact it's on Netflix, and I don't know where else it would have ever streamed.
Not Arrested Development.
No, that's a good guess. Okay. I was going to put Arrested Development on there. I loved Arrested Development, but I stopped watching it.
So could I guess?
Yeah, of course.
All right, just because you guessed with my... All right, so I'm going to be thinking of shows that weren't originally Netflix shows, but Netflix adopted it and made it their own show.
I would guess so. But I'm not. So when I looked it up, I was like, wait, shit, is this? And I looked, and I was like, okay, it says Netflix, and then it also says another streaming service, but I don't think it's like a main one.
So not Trailer Park Boys.
Shit, you got it.
First guess. It is Trailer Park Boys. Hell
Trailer Park Boys is my favorite.
It is a good show.
Green eggs and ham, peanut butter and jam. Oh, dude. I love that show. I've been watching reruns, and I've been rewatching like bloopers and best moments this past couple weeks. It reminded me how funny it is. That show, I love that kind of comedy, because that is them just doing their thing and just being complete idiots.
Yeah.
And just like, that's great to me.
Yeah.
Because there's storylines, but it's not like, hunt to find the gem. Like, they're out here trying to not get arrested or go to jail. Yeah. Every season they go to jail. They go to jail every season, then they get out. Like, oh, dude, it's just.
Bro, I told you, I'm not going back to jail, man. I'm not going back.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? J-Rock. Yeah. I'm going to make a J-Rock shirt soon, too. I was like, literally, I'm not even kidding. Look, I put up the other day the pictures of Ricky and all the shirts that he used to wear. Mm-hmm. And everyone was like laughing at it, and they were like, yo, this is so funny. I'm like, yo, Ricky literally walked so Guy Fieri could run.
Oh, I did.
Tell me that's not accurate, though, with all the shirts. So I saw that. I was like, that's got to go on it. That's got to go on it.
Yeah.
Like, wait, I have... This is the one I was like, I got to put that on a shirt. I was like, that would be so funny. But... He's like the best character, in my opinion. Ricky?
Yeah. I really think he is.
Ricky's Bubble Julian, J-Rock. I think J-Rock is really funny too. I think he's a great, like, Mr. Leahy is like a phenomenal behind the, you know.
Yeah.
But no, Ricky definitely is.
I think he's the funniest one. I don't know all their names, but like the two guys that are always together.
Bubbles and
he's like,
no, yeah, I know who.
He's like, give me a cigarette. Like almost every episode he'll do that.
I'm gonna send you. I'll send you a video. I watched I think it was like 15 minutes the other day of Rickyisms. So just like the shit he does. So he doesn't say jalapenos, right? He says jalapenos. Then a raccoon. He says rakins. He's like, oh, I found it, Bubs. Like they're trying to find out, I think, what's like eating all their weed plants, and they're like looking through like a children's book, and it's spelled raccoon, and he spells it rakin. He's like, oh, look at the rakins. Just like shit like that. I'm like, that's so funny because like, and it's a Canadian show too, which makes it so funny because they're just like they're doing their fucking thing. They're like, oh, this is the crime in Canada. They're stealing like shopping carts.
Yeah,
Did you see
right.
that episode?
No.
Oh my god, dude, they.
But it's always some stupid
like
shit
Bubbles
like
is
that.
Bubbles is stealing shopping carts. He's like throwing them down a hill, and then they're collecting them at the bottom of the hill, and then the cops catch them. Oh, dude,
God
it's
damn.
so funny. It's amazing. But that's my number one.
I haven't watched much of that show, but the episodes I have watched, I did really enjoy.
Oh.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot.
There's a
And
lot.
Isn't it like 11 seasons?
Yeah.
11 seasons, and that they had a movie or two.
They have like cartoon shows.
A
they
cartoon
have, like, 2
show
or 3
now, too.
movies.
Yeah, they got
I
a
don't
lot.
really watch as much of that. I more stay on just the show.
Yeah.
But like I've watched the movies and stuff. I'm like, okay, these are alright. But I'll more focus on that stuff. But
I think it was originally on Comedy Central.
I think it was Showtime, maybe.
Oh,
or
yeah?
something.
Showtime?
Let me look it back up because I literally was looking at it. I put it on my list. Then I like in my head was like, oh shit, this is only Netflix original. And then I was like, let me look it back up.
I wonder. I'm only saying Comedy Central because I feel like or maybe Adult Swim.
No.
Showcase, Canadian TV show.
Showcase. Okay.
Adult Swim doesn't do live action.
Yeah, it says the only
Yeah, they
Netflix were Netflix and Showcase.
Eric Andre show.
Yeah, but that like not.
Loiter Squad. What do you mean? Eric Andre just filmed another season.
Did he? You finished
I
it?
thought that
Yeah,
show.
Thank
they're,
God.
they're editing now. I thought you told me
I
that,
thought
or someone
show
told me
ended
that.
a long time ago.
What?
No, it's
Eric
still
Andre
going.
will live on forever.
Yeah, Eric Andre.
He's going to replace
He's taking
Ellen.
over Ellen. Yeah, he's taking over Ellen now. You didn't hear? Check out his Instagram. He's like, I'm officially taking over the Ellen Show. Yes, it'll still be called the Ellen Show.
Legalized Ranch, baby. Oh my God, that's a
watched
show
a couple
I
clips
love.
from that show.
Oh, watch full episodes. What are you doing watching clips?
Yeah,
You want
dude.
your mind to melt?
Yeah, right.
I love that show for that.
This has nothing to do with what we just talked about, but like
Complete left turn.
Like Ozark, you know how they said they take like a long time to produce? Well, like that just reminded me of something I heard today. So I don't know if you remember, but like 2018-ish, they announced that a 5 Nights at Freddy's movie is happening.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's 2020.
yeah, it's 20, nothing. We have nothing, but what we do know is that it went from it started at Warner Bros. And as soon as I heard that name, I'm like, okay, this movie's gonna be fucking garbage because it's Warner Bros. Plus video games.
Yeah.
And then
DC.
the creator of FNAF, like the project went silent for a while, and then he created a Twitter, and it was just one picture, and it's just Blumhouse Studios with like a director's chair saying Freddy. So like now that it's Blumhouse,
That's cool.
I'm like, all right, I have a lot more faith in this.
Yeah, me
now.
too.
Blumhouse.
Blumhouse does good things.
Blumhouse is the funniest. No, but Blumhouse is the funniest thing because freaking Lights Camera podcast.
Yeah.
The one that the Barstool one that I
Yeah.
told you about. They did such a good breakdown of it, and they said they're like Blumhouse literally puts out one good movie, and then they put out 4 garbage movies. The 4 garbage movies still put up $100 million each, and they get all the money that they want, so they can make that one good movie. So that's why they succeed so much, is because they'll put out like The Curse of La Llorona, and like it'll be trash, but it's like, oh, we'll save up for the next Annabelle movie, and then they kill it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
This one's gonna be good though, because the reason it's taking so long is because the creator has written like multiple scripts. And like the head of Blumhouse liked it, the director liked it, and he just keeps scrapping it. It's like I just keep having better ideas. Like I keep
Well, it's
making
good
the
they're
movie-
taking their time.
Yeah,
on
I
it.
keep making the movie better, and then it's been silent for so long now. But I think just the other day, not the director, the head of Blumhouse was on Twitter, and he was like, "Oh, I just found like game theory on YouTube, like all these FNAF things," and MatPat, which is he runs the game theory channel, is like, "Oh, like wow, so like blah blah blah," and he's like, "Oh, so what's happening with the FNAF movie?" And he asks like a bunch of questions. And he's like, maybe if you put me on an episode of Game Theory, I'll tell you what's happening. So I'm excited to hear about that.
Yeah.
Because the story, if you don't like the games of FNAF, that's understandable because they're kind of flat. But, like, the story is insane, man. Like, it's so dark. Like, this fucking, like, psychotic dude killed, like, so many children and just stuffed them in animatronic suits at, like, a Chuck E. Cheese. Like, it's dark.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, it's dark.
No, I think so. To really touch upon that before we probably wrap is like the weirdest thing is like that's an awesome concept for someone to be sitting there and like I have a better idea, so I'm gonna scrap. I have a better idea, so I'm gonna scrap. But how much do you actually do before then it becomes like even if you get the best version or whatever, sometimes the layover is what kills you.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I mean. Right now, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Bill and Ted movie is getting pretty good reviews.
It is.
I think it's getting really good reviews, which I did not think would happen.
Me neither.
Not because I didn't think it would be funny, fun, whatever, but I thought that, oh, well, it's way past its time.
Right.
So, like, even, it's not Incredibles. What other movie did it take? Maybe, no, Incredibles was 10 years? Shit.
Toy Story 4?
No, that was a little bit too, but no, there was just recently a movie that came out. We were oh, fuck.
What? That's
No, I'm trying to think of what it is too.
It just like it didn't. It was supposed to come out. It didn't. I mean, New Mutants is a perfect example, but New Mutants is shit.
Yeah, it got
look at what
trashed.
New Mutants was supposed to do. It got trashed. Surprise! Now it's here. Look at it. It's got like a 20.
Yeah.
Or not even. Maybe it has like a 10 or something.
Yeah.
Is it an animated movie?
No, because I thought it was. A part of me thinks it was The Incredibles, but I wouldn't have talked bad about The Incredibles because I loved.
I can't think of the movie right now.
That took a long time to come out.
Can't even think
Shit.
of
Was
it.
it like a sequel?
No, well, yeah, it would have probably had to have been a sequel because we would have talked about it. We would have said it was way past its time.
Yeah.
Keep going. Do rap. I'll see if I have it in my notes. I might have it as a review.
I'm not too sure, honestly. But the Five Nights at Freddy movie, I'm kind of interested in, so we'll see about that.
You ready?
Yeah.
Zombieland.
That's right.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
10 years.
It was also the Jay and Silent Bob reboot, but did that come out
I
yet?
don't even think that came
I don't
out.
think that came out yet, but it was the Zombieland one that was where I was worried.
Yeah.
Damn.
Change the battery for that real quick.
If I thought about it longer, I would have figured it out tonight. Like, I would have just been like, surprise, I got it. But, like, you know, what's the fun in that? Yeah, but Zombieland, I mean, I heard it was still pretty good. I tried to watch it. I tried to, like, sit down and do it. I just, like, couldn't.
You didn't watch the second one fully?
I watched parts of it, but I just was like, it's not my favorite. I loved
thought
the
it was
first
good.
Zombieland. I thought it was okay in the beginning, but I guess I just like maybe wasn't as committed.
Yeah.
Now that it's been out longer, I should probably just do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Because like I was watching it back on 1, 2, 3 movies. Like I watched another movie that I probably shouldn't.
Well, you
have,
could go
but-
back on there now and it'll be full HD. But
Well, now I wonder where else would it be. I feel like it maybe on HBO Max or something.
maybe.
HBO Max. We have that now.
Yeah,
You do.
I just borrowed HBO Max from my buddy for Lovecraft
We
Country.
just
that
borrowed
one.
it. We traded
Dang.
HBO Max.
For
No, we
Hulu?
traded Disney Plus for HBO Max.
Yeah.
We traded
It's a good
information.
trade.
Yeah.
That's a good trade. That's a good trade. I approve of that trade.
Yeah.
The commissioner approves. Oh, man. Well, that was an electric one.
Yes, absolutely. Good episode. Those were all of our top 5 Netflix shows. I want to thank Tommy, my cameraman, for tonight for being here. And I want to thank my co-host, as always, Luke Ganz, for being here as well. And we will see you next week. We got a very special guest coming on. So we'll see you then for episode 44. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. And follow us on Instagram at Podcast with Frank to check out clips of our podcast. And that'll do it for us. Have a good night.
Bye.
We got Southern Tier Pumpkin, the Imperial Pumpkin Ale, another fall seasonal Definitely not considered Oktoberfest, right? It's just a fall
No, it's
seasonal.
just a fall seasonal.
Just a fall seasonal one.
Pumpkin
Let's
pie.
stop wasting time.
All right, Adam.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow, that's straight pumpkin.
Wow.
That's
Yo.
straight pumpkin.
Yo.
Wow.
Hey, yo.
This is amazing.
Old.
This is mostly pumpkin with
Yeah.
then the spices at like kind of like an aftertaste. That's
This is This is at room temperature too. This isn't even cold.
Dude, I think I'm giving this like a 9.9. I swear to
dude,
God.
Yeah,
This
this
is
is-
fucking
this
awesome.
is
That's
up-
9 something.
I
Yeah.
agree. Definitely a 9 range, like mid 9 to high 9.
I'll go 9.6. Dude, that was actually impressive how good that was.
I agree with
Yeah.
Frank,
I didn't
9-9.
expect it at all.
I'll go 9.4.
Wow.
That
I thought that was
Pumpkin, man.
fantastic.
Southern Tier, you outdid yourselves with that one. Honestly.